All right, Lori, let's take a look at the question you sent me and ask my instructor and kind of see if we can figure out what's going on. So our equation is f of x equals x squared minus 1, and our goal is to graph it. And the process that we went through in class was we first asked ourselves whether this thing opens up or down. And this one we know opens up because the x squared coefficient is a positive 1. If it had been a negative in front there, it would have opened down instead. So this one opens up. Next we found the vertex. Okay, and this, it doesn't look like it because it doesn't have the parenthesis, but this actually is in vertex form, and the reason why that is because there's no x term in the middle. So I could think of this if I wanted to as f of x equals x minus 0 squared minus 1, and then it's pretty clear from there if you think about the fact that your general formula looks like this: f of x equals x minus h squared plus k, right? That my h is going to be a 0 and my k is going to be a negative 1. So the vertex is at 0, negative 1. Okay? See how we got that? You can always rewrite that x squared as x minus 0 squared. There's no x term to mess us up from being in vertex form, so we can just read the vertex right off of the equation. Okay? So once you get your vertex, the axis of symmetry is pretty easy. It's always just going to be x equals whatever the x value is from your vertex. So in this case, it's x equals 0 for our axis of symmetry. Okay? And so once we have the vertex and the axis of symmetry, we can start using that to get the points we need to graph it. And graphing on the computer is pretty easy. It just requires 2 points to graph the parabola, and if we were doing it on paper, I would do a little more thorough job. I would put the 0, 1 in the middle. I would do a negative 1 and a negative 2 up here, and a 1 and a 2 down here. So if I was doing it by hand, I would try to graph those 5 points. But since all we're doing here is we're graphing it in the computer, I just need my vertex, which we already found on the first page, and then 1 second point to finish up. So if my x value is 1, I'm just going to plug that in. So 1 squared minus 1 is 1 minus 1, or 0. So 1, 0 is going to be that second point on the graph, and that's enough to graph the thing on the computer. Okay, so I can't put the computer graphing up here on the whiteboard, but I'll kind of show you what you do. You want to start by clicking on your parabola tool and then going to 0, 0 in the middle there. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh, 0, negative 1. Sorry. That was my mistake. So 0, negative 1 is going to be my vertex, so that goes in the middle. And then 1, 0 is my second point. If I just click right there, it's going to fit that parabola in there kind of automatically. Okay? And so that'll get the parabola that you want. The other thing that you need to do, though, is you need to make sure that you're graphing the axis of symmetry as well. So you want to come in here and just put that dashed line running up and down through the y-axis. You just click your line tool, click 2 lines straight up and down through there, and then hit the dashed line button in the tool package on the right, and you'll have it. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful. It's a little more work if you want to do it by hand. That's why we do the offline homework assignment, but it's not hard. You just plug the rest of those values in, and you got it. Okay, so hopefully that helps a little bit. Let me know if it's not clear.